Welcome, Kamloops Alliance Church. My name is Pastor Tim. Thank you for joining us for the quick update for the end of the month. Merry Christmas. As of today, the recording, we had snow on the ground, so hopefully it stays here right into Christmas because we all know it's not really Christmas without some sort of snow on the ground. So thanks for joining us just for the quick update in terms of finances, what's going on here behind the scenes. You know how this goes. Let's get right into finances as we go. Okay, so for the month of November, church, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your trust in just God and what he's doing here, and thanks for your trust in us as we steward the finances. We have just seen a tremendous amount of generosity come through, and we just really want to steward this well, which again is part of the reason why we just want to engage with you and just be open and transparent in terms of where the financials are throughout the year. So that all to say, where are we at with the finances? Well, as of November, we had budgeted for $139,000 to come in. We actually saw $128,000 come in, so that's pretty close. Our expenses we slated about 140, and we did about $152,000 in expenses. So a little bit more than we expected. Part of that was because the parking lot overage that happened there. So part of that is kind of an asset piece of it. But at the end of the day, we had expecting a $1,000 shortfall, and we actually saw a $23,000 shortfall. But don't worry, hold on, it gets better. So for the year to date rather, where are we at? Income, we had budget for $656,000, and we actually saw $688,000. So church, again, thank you for your trust. Thank you for your generosity. It is such a gift and a privilege to be in ministry with you doing this. So good. Okay, the expenditures were budgeted for $766, and we actually saw $723,000 come in. So that means where we before had budget for a $109,000 loss, we actually see a $34,000 loss. So that is a $66,000 delta between where we expect it to be and where we are. And church, that is such a good place to be. Thank you for that. And it's exciting because, as we look at Sun Peaks or as we look at the MP1, the new service that's happening there's so many good things happening. And it's these funds that help those things happen in those places and spaces. So church, thank you for your generosity in the operational piece of it. The cleaning of the carpets and the clearing of the snow and the making sure Sun Peaks can happen. All these things depend on these funds. So thank you for joining us in ministry. The total restricted funds. So as we know, those are operational funds. These are the restricted funds. So as you give into these funds, they're earmarked for specific causes and purposes. Care Connections, year to date, we've seen $32,000 come in. And church, this is always one of those accounts where we see way more generosity come in than what we know what to do with. It is such a great fund. And so we're just trying to find ways to really steward those resources well in the community and partner with meaningful partnerships to further the gospel with these funds. So thank you for your generosity in those. The missions outreach, again, another amazing fund, $37,000 have come in for that. And then finally, the capital reserve has seen about $25,000 come in. So in total, over and above the general giving, we've seen almost $100,000 come in this year on the restricted funds. And this, the Capital Reserve Fund, this becomes a little bit more important as we go into the capital campaign for next year. But so far, year to date, the Capital Reserve Fund balance is $16,000 that we have in there slated as we head into our capital campaign. The practice of giving is such a beautiful practice in that it allows us to really understand and place ourselves rightfully before God, saying, Lord, you've called us to steward, and we want to steward well, and we want to give it back to you. And in that process of giving back, it's not that God actually needs our money. He can get the money if he needs to, but what it does is actually transforms the heart and the soul. And so this is actually a story that's commonly told as I talk to people. One of those families is the Sestonic family. They're just great members of this church. They've been here forever, and they're just really pillars of our church. But they have a really, really cool story about how God transformed their lives as they trusted in him with their finances. So at the end of this video, where we did an interview with them, and I would just encourage you to click on that video and just to hear how God moved in that family and how he provided for them as they trusted in him. So church, last month, we did a marriage conference called Better Together. We had Kim and Darlene Unruh come up for 2 days of an intensive marriage call a seminar, but it was way more interactive. I mean, there was guns and there's like Nerf guns involved, and there's balloons involved and trying to pop balloons. So it wasn't really a conference, but it was a really, really good time of just trying to explore how to really lean into your marriage and what to do to improve the marriage and make it a healthy marriage. And so please just enjoy this clip of what happened last month. It's so exciting, and marriages are under attack. And so to have things like this happen where we emphasize the beauty of marriage and the sacredness of marriage and the importance of marriage and how to lean into it is so important. So please enjoy.
Our Better Together Marriage Conference was a huge success. We packed out our sanctuary with nearly 50 couples from our church. It was such a blessing to have Kim and Darlene Unrow here with us as we learn, laugh, and have so much fun every time they join us. They helped us discover our core attachment needs. We learned tools for managing conflict and staying connected. And we explored how to play together and have fun as couples and families. A number of people said they'd wish they'd learned these tools 20 years ago, but it is never too late. We know that great marriages don't just happen. They take a lot of work, but they are worth it. In John 10:10, Jesus says, "The thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. But I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." We want to have healthy, thriving marriages full of love, joy, and peace that reflect the love of Jesus to the weary world around us. If you are looking for a great tool to help strengthen your marriage, we have copies of the Marriage Journal available here at the church for $30. This is a great couples devotional. It's a communication and connection tool, and it's so good. My husband and I have been using it as a weekly date night for the last year and a half, and we're actually on our second book. It's that good. And with Christmas just around the corner, this is a great little gift to pick up for your spouse to put under the Christmas tree. So definitely stop by the church office to pick one of those up. At KC, we care deeply about marriages. So please stay tuned for other great opportunities to learn, grow, and have fun together in your marriage.
Again, Kim and Darlene, thank you for just being part of that weekend. We're so grateful that you're able to come and just help and shepherd us through what it means to be, how to do marriage well and how to lean into that. Church, as I said, the practice of giving is so important. And so I just want to encourage you just to lean into that video, to watch the video, click on it, just see how God moves in the lives and the hearts of people, of those who trust in Him. The year end is coming, and so we just want to give you a couple updates. The offices will be closed between Christmas and New Year, except for the Thursday, which is the 28th. And then also, if you want to give before the year end, some folks want to give before the end of the year. The office will be open on that Sunday as well to receive any last minute giving to make it before the December 31st deadline. Okay, church, again, thank you for your trust. We are so grateful to be doing ministry with you. Enjoy the Christmas season. It is time of just rejoicing and acknowledging the gift of what the Savior's birth meant to us. So church, thank you, and we'll see you in the new year.